Did the remix.
Same old, just a different day. I here
Barber
trying to
Stars
get
by Daryl Dawes, you know what I'm saying? Where Barber Stars is a major networking capital for barbers and students to get some exposure. And check it out, it's going down today. Today, I got Arkansas's finest, Eric Big Mac McDaniels, and he's on an interview today with Barber Stars, and we're just gonna be chopping it up about Barber Stars. So, E, man, I know you've been, man, a mover and a shaker here, you know, in the Arkansas hair industry, and you've seen it grow from the bottom to where it's going, and it's almost like a baby Atlanta. And you know what I'm saying, we come from ACB, you know, Arkansas College of Barbering is in the house. You know, big up to Tim, the boss, and everybody over there that really dropped us some game, you know, as students, you know, to help us, you know, give us a foundation to be out here, you know, as professionals. So, you know, man, you know, one of my questions is, how do you feel about how the scene has, you know what I'm saying, developed, and every time I hear something about the hair industry, I'm hearing Arkansas along with Atlanta, Arkansas along with Shreveport, Arkansas along with LA, you know, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's just, you know, I'm glad to be a part of it for one, you know what I'm saying, because just for people to speak on us like they do other people that's in the major cities, it's a good look. At the same time, we always never just been in that market to where people will be like, okay, these guys from Arkansas is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like a great thing for us. It's something new, it's fresh for us as well as it is for other people to see. You know, we coming with custom chairs, we got themes, we suited, you know, and it's a different look that they never seen because they used to what they used to. So now it's like we're different. We coming from the South, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, these guys don't really have as much going on there, but this is big for them and they're using it to their advantage.
Right, and before my next question, I want to give big ups to my boy out there in New York, Kamal. If y'all down south don't know that Antique Barbers is a major mecca in New York, it's going down. Big up to my boy Kamal, Barber World TV. It's much love down south for you. Since the city is developing and you seeing, you know, a lot of barbers coming up to the forefront, you know, how can we, you know what I'm saying, keep things unified, you know what I mean? Because I see, you know, it's sort of like the rap game. You know, the barber game is changing. It's just not behind the chair anymore, you know what I'm saying? You got platform artists, you know what I'm saying? You got cats that's jumping off into products, you know. You got, you know, people that's launching different movements. You know what I'm saying? So seeing, you know, that the barber industry is kind of turning into like a sports thing, you know, how do you keep things unified since this city is so small and kind of, you know, where it won't get like, you know, rappers say, well, I don't mess with that barber on the east side, I don't mess with this barber on the north side. How can we, you know, pull that together and keep the unity, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, you know, we Arkansas, we all one, you know, we all trying to do, because everybody's working toward the same goal, and that's to get some exposure and get some recognition for the city, the great city of Little Rock, you know, but how do we keep that unified?
I think as far as when we do shows and be on a bigger market and people see the unity between us, even though we're all individually doing our own thing, they still see the unity. And for people that's coming up in the game, they're able to see that, and they're not able, you know, they're not seeing problems just because we doing different things, but we still shooting for the same goal in the same city. But it's totally different. We from the same city. So if they able to see that, okay, these guys can get along, then this must be okay. Then it must be fine for us to do, and it must be, you know, something that's good and positive to do as far as just getting with this clique and getting with this clique, because that's how it is getting out. You know, not to say that, you know, being in a group is a bad thing, but it's just like we separating ourselves and not dealing with other people just because of who they with or what they're a part of, and all this shouldn't be like. This should be love all the way around the board.
I just recently launched a movement called Stop Clipper Hating, and my whole, you know what I'm saying, aim and aspect to that is, you know, for like, you know, brothers to come together in unity, you know, and quit, you know, dividing and hating amongst us. So, you know what I mean, by me, you know, I used to rap, I used to rock the mic, you know what I'm saying? So I seen how the rap game turned around from like, you know, just straight peace and harmony house party to like, you know, just flipping it out. I don't mess with you because you rap with cats from North Little Rock. I don't mess with you because you rap with cats from Little Rock, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, speaking of that, you know, and being part of that hip hop movement here, and then being a part of this great barber movement, man, you know, I'm trying to keep the unity and brothers together, no matter, you know what I'm saying, if you in this shop or that person in that shop, hey, we all working, you know, together for the same, you know, common cause. So, you know, we need to stop clipper hating on each other, you know what I'm saying, and bring it back to the real, show some love, because at the end of the day, this is our profession, and we all here doing the same cause, you know what I'm saying, behind the chair, cutting hair, trying to make $1 to take it home. You know what I'm saying? And I got another question, man. You just launched a movement, man, and it's like, man, you the general, you know, man, the dude, the leader behind the Good Barber movement, man, and I'm really feeling it, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, when we just first started doing shows together, man, and how did that whole aspect come about? And man, I know you on a whole different vibe, you know what I'm saying, with what you do, and I'm loving it from just the promotion and the marketing of it, man. It's real live, but what brought that about, you know what I'm saying, and what does this stand for?
First of all, shout out to my Good Barber members, Jay Davis, Kev Newton, Blake Terry, Arthur Stringfellow. Basically, Good Barbers came about, man, just so many ways. It was just through marketing, through promotion, through barbering, through entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of just like put everything in one, and just far as, you know, making everything just, it kind of like a classic thing, but it's still new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I give it that old feel, that old classic moderation, but then again, it's something new because it's 2011.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but Good Barbers means getting out our dreams. Barbers, it's not to say we the best or none of that, so I want to always get that established.
Right.
It's not symbolizing that we the best or we just better than everybody. You know, it just represents something. So with that, I just took it and ran with it.
When I see the whole Good Barber theme and the whole marketing aspect of it, man, I really see a lot of you, because, you know, we sit down and talk about things before, you know, you develop this whole concept. Right. And man, it just feels good to see ideals come from the air and become reality. Right. So where do you see yourself, you know, in this game, you know?
Seeing myself in the game probably 5 years from now, I would say, you know, I kind of want to be more of a teacher to the students and an inspiration to students that's in school, you know, versus just trying to be an inspiration to everybody. That's my main focus, is trying to inspire students as well as professionals in this game, you know what I'm saying? But so I want to kind of let them see my growth and my progression, and showing them that they can do the same thing, because when I was in school, they didn't really show me, you know, this is what you could do, or you can do this show, or you can make this happen, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that outside of school. So I kind of want to instill that in them to give them more of a motivation once they get out, because once you get out, it's hard out here.
Boy, it's a grind.
It's a hard game. And if you're not down and you don't love this game, then you're going to get left behind. You know, I've been able to be blessed to be in I think one of the best shops under, you know, my mentor, Jake. Shout out to him. You know, he really instilled a lot in me, you know, as far as on the business aspect, you know, on the technical aspect.
As far as barbers coming into barbershops, or barbers coming into, you know, situations, I feel just so touched that he was able to give back, you know what I'm saying, to someone that gave back to him. You know, and as barbers, I think that we need to do that a lot more often. You know, barbers, don't forget where you come from. You know, don't forget where you started. Don't forget, you know, who opened up doors for you. You know, don't forget who, you know what I'm saying, laid a pathway or was the trailblazer. You know what I'm saying? So we have to pay homage and give homage to where it's due, and give credit to where it's due. And I just want to pay homage for a minute. I want to give back to Tim DeBose, you know, that really has been a mentor to me and has kept my head straight and has kept me out of trouble. You know what I mean? And a real big shout out to Arlo Washington. You know, Arlo took me in, man, straight out of barber college. You know, and within a couple of months, I was managing his shop, and man, I really learned so much about this hair industry from Arlo Washington. And one thing I really learned the most, and he put emphasis on, is the behaviors of barbers. You know, so a big shout out to Lo, man. I see you doing your thing at Washington Barber College. Much love. With that, you know, it's Barber Stars by Daryl Dawes. I want to give a shout out to the commission, to Roderick Samuels, Jay the Barber, Lee Blades, Tamika, much love, the Andy's Company, and it's going down like that. Barber Stars.